Wow, is it just me, or is this year just getting juicier by the minute? Wow, in this webisode, I'm gonna show you why I've never been more bullish for the end of this year and specifically next year. Guys, things are just heating up. And I'm going to go into more detail about exactly what I'm going to be doing with my portfolio and exactly how I'm approaching this market from here on out. And as well, Bitcoin running into its first resistance along this line. Without a doubt, over the past 3 months, this chart has provided the exact levels of support and resistance more often than any chart that I've seen. Wow, stalling out yet again right at this $9,700 level for the past 2 months. Nothing new there, but still we remain above 7-year support and nearly 3-year of resistance turned potential support here. We'll talk about specific levels to be watching for, and as well, is this breakout already over? Is it a false breakout? We'll be taking a look at this pattern, guys, because there's a lot to delve into with that. We're going to be talking a little bit about altcoins, but specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum, without a doubt, I think are going to make this next cycle an absolute mega moonshot. Guys, Ethereum 2.0 is coming, and very similar to 2016 and 2017, I think Ethereum along with Bitcoin are going to lead a massive charge into this cycle. The interest, the money, everything is going to be explosive in my opinion here. Without going into too much detail, because I'm sure you've already heard about this, guys, but these are still huge events here. 7-Eleven, Rite Aid, CVS confirmed. Bitcoin purchases confirmed in CVS, 7-Eleven, and Rite Aid over 20,000 retail locations. And speculatively, potentially, this is not confirmed just yet, but PayPal and Venmo, guys. These are two of the biggest announcements that we've heard all year. Anybody that is not bullish on cryptocurrency at this point might want to check their heads to make sure there's a brain in there and not scrambled eggs. Well, let's do this. Wow, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to an extremely exciting episode of Bitcoin. We have a little bit of TA to cover. Not too much has changed, but there are a few charts we have to take a look at. But specifically, we're going to be going over some insanely exciting news for specifically the last part of this year and specifically 2021. And I'm going to be going over specifically what I am doing right now. It has a lot to do with what I'm investing in, how I'm approaching this market, what big moves I'm expecting over the next 3 months. Huge, guys. So much to get into. So without any further ado, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on the dings, comments, and we can just jump into the webisode. Wow, so Bitcoin actually did get a little bit of rejection right around exactly 9,700 US dollars. We got the daily candle close at 97.02 or 9699 here on Bitfinex. Currently a small rejection here, guys, but as you know, these lines provide a significant amount of support and resistance for the past 3 months specifically. It's been very accurate. On this weekly chart, that rejection right at 97, which is, basically expected. It's been insanely hard to get above. We still have not been able to. Specifically, I want to go into this chart when I'm talking about my approach to the market lately and what I'm going to be doing over the next 6 months. But as well, we're still within this ascending triangle. Not much going on yet, guys, but we do expect it to get crazy really soon. And that's why we're going to be going over kind of my approach for the next few months. I want to do something a little different. I think that's actually going to be very valuable and interesting to listen to. And as well, often with these breakouts, there are many times where we stall out, trade sideways. So this consolidation is perfectly normal so far. We could easily continue a break. But yet again, guys, on these higher time frames where it's such a, you see, we saw this happen with other patterns as well, where they just get stalled out right around this area because of how on these higher time frames, this is such a significant level of resistance. Okay, huge. So we're going to keep watching these charts here. Specifically, I'm keeping an eye glued to this chart. This pretty much has everything that I need to see right now in terms of the short-term resistance and support, and specifically, these longer-term 7 and 3 year support and resistance lines. They're just going to play probably a huge role over the next few months. I actually want to jump into this real quick. So I obviously have been talking about altcoins for a while. I cover Bitcoin every day, so naturally some of the people here only like Bitcoin, but for the most part, most of you guys are also interested and invested in altcoins. Basically, I said this over a month ago, just saying that I'm not a maximalist with Bitcoin. I definitely also think altcoins are going to be explosive. Specifically Ethereum, all eggs in one basket, I just don't think is smart, whether it's investing or not. About exactly a month ago when I had this tweet, there were so many Bitcoin maximalists, and in only a month's time, we've seen that completely change to where now I go on my Twitter feed and basically everybody is talking about, what's your favorite altcoin pick? What's this? Okay, a very massive change in sentiment in just a short few weeks. And guys, I don't think this trend is going to stop at all. I definitely think altcoins are going to maybe not exactly do what they did in 2017 and 2018, but without a doubt, some of these altcoins are going to explode. you would be silly to think that Bitcoin is going to rally past 20, 30, 40K and altcoins are not going to do anything. It's much more likely, in fact, those altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. Everybody is actually pretty aware of this. So I think that's very important to note. And one of the things I want to get into as well here, Ethereum 2.0 is coming. So I'm really excited to talk about this. And as well, I'm not going to cover this in too much detail. I'm sure you've already heard about this. 20,000 retail locations around the US. CVS, 7-Eleven, Rite Aid, where you're going to be able to buy Bitcoin. Guys, this is huge. Not to mention the rumor. This one so far is only a rumor about PayPal and Venmo. But guys, this would be even more massive. Even if this isn't true, the CVS, Rite Aid, 7-Eleven news is absolutely massive. And both of these things are coming at potentially like one of the best times, in my opinion. I think at the very latest, we're going to be starting this bull cycle within 3 or 4 months at the very, very latest. And I think it's more likely that we've already kind of entered the very beginning stages of it anyway. Maybe literally like 1% through this cycle so far. Guys, with that being said, Ethereum was a massive reason that cryptocurrency became mainstream in 2017 and 2018. Definitely not mainstream in terms of how many people invested, but it became mainstream knowledge. By 2017 and early 2018, everybody had at least heard of Bitcoin, okay? I would argue most people on this planet, especially like first world countries, most people 100% at least heard about Bitcoin. Even if they weren't invested, they at least heard about it. And I think this is going to continue. So I just wanted to cover this article really briefly here. Antonio Madeira on Cointelegraph, 3 reasons DeFi tokens are outperforming Bitcoin price. So the only thing I really wanted to cover in this is Ethereum 2.0. So much like Bitcoin, the Ethereum network has been dealing with scalability issues. Okay, the plan for Ethereum has always been to deal with these issues in a multi-stage way, and Ethereum 2.0 is the next update for the cryptocurrency, and it is probably the most important one so far. It's expected to come this summer, and as John Jordan, the communications director at DApp Radar explained, it will have a great impact on the entire Ethereum ecosystem, including the DeFi space. Okay, data shows the DeFi sector has significantly outperformed Bitcoin in the last week and 3 months, even as institutional Bitcoin interest has reached all-time highs. You see people talking about altcoins like never before over the past few weeks. And guys, this is a trend that I 100% think is going to continue as well. Bitcoin is going to be huge, but I think people should open their eyes and make sure they realize there are some really great opportunities right alongside Bitcoin as well. DeFi tokens are becoming increasingly interesting investments because they allow high yield farming through lending and increase in value locked lending apps. And then the final thing I want to say here on this article, the first iteration of Ethereum 2.0 may continue to spark bullish sentiment for DeFi, and this may change in the future if staking becomes extremely profitable. There's a reason Ethereum is ranked number 2 on the market cap. And this leads me into my approach over the next few months, guys. Basically, it comes down to this for me. What I'm doing, I've obviously been invested in Bitcoin and altcoins for a while now. My best gains from the entire cryptocurrency space came from altcoins in late 2017 and the first month of 2018. I made a fair amount of money, and I'll admit it was a lot of it based on speculation. Okay, 95% of the money that I made in 2017 and 2018 was actually from altcoins. And while I think Bitcoin is by far the most important, and it's going to be showing us and leading us into the next cycle without a doubt, that's why we cover Bitcoin TA every day. I definitely think it's important that you at least do some research on altcoins on some of these other projects. I can't stress enough that there is more than just Bitcoin. A lot of them are scams, a lot of them are garbage, but not all of them. It's silly to write everything except Bitcoin off. And basically my approach, I'm going to be using this chart to illustrate it. Even if we would, and again, I think this is less and less likely, but this would be my perfect scenario. If we did come down here, maybe to the low 8,000s, the high 7 or mid 7,000s yet one more time, before we actually start a very nice cycle here, create a big inverse head and shoulders here, that's still my preferred scenario. Even if that would happen, I am still currently investing a fair amount in altcoins and Bitcoin now in anticipation for this coming cycle. I already have bags and I've already had bags for the past few years, but I'm still dollar cost averaging heavily into a lot of these coins. Small swing trades, but for the most part, the thing I'm anticipating the most and that I'm most excited for is an actual bull cycle. I get comments all the time from people saying that they hadn't experienced a bull market. And really, if you've been in cryptocurrency since after 2018, you really haven't. It is fundamentally a different market than anybody that got in after 2018 has experienced. So if you've only been in this space for 2 years, a bull market is fundamentally different. It is extremely exciting. And again, that's basically what my long-term approach is to capture those types of cycles. As you guys know, I'm definitely not a huge fan of day trading. I think it's very risky and not super profitable. for most people. And that's basically my strategy. Even if we drop another, $2,000-$3,000 in Bitcoin's price and altcoins drop respectively with that, I'm still investing right now because I don't plan on selling in a month. I don't plan on selling any cryptocurrency significantly of my portfolio in the next few months. I'm holding for this next cycle, which again, I think it comes across in the videos. That's basically what I'm setting up for, what I'm excited for. So huge, a lot of big things coming. That's basically the strategy I'm taking from here on out. Again, with the possibility in mind that, prices could drop another 30% or something like that over the next few months. I don't really care that much. Very much more long-term focused with most of my investments in cryptocurrency. So yeah, guys, let me know if you agree with that. If you disagree, wow. And definitely, if you're interested in finding a new place to get cryptocurrency, I definitely recommend the crypto.com app. Been loving it. We have a link in the description and the comments where you and I both get 50 free MCO when you stake it, when you create your account. Huge, guys. Let's get this started.